Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the mobile app coaching. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Friday is always a good day. Friday, did it. Thank God it's Friday. It's Friday, last trading day of the week, and we're going into a long weekend for Memorial Day. So that's huge as well. Hopefully, you guys take an opportunity, take a moment to realize what Memorial Day is all about. It's all about the people, all gave some, but some gave all. The people who gave their lives for the country, don't forget them this weekend. That's what Memorial Day is all about. If you can hear me loud and clear, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know, that I am coming across loud and clear. Good afternoon, John. John. Good afternoon, Pennywise. Jazz is here. Excellent. So happy Friday. Hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Janice. And Nigel is here as well. So I'm waiting for the alert to hit. I don't think it hit yet. It's going to show up on top of the screen of the mobile alert. It didn't come across just quite yet. Hoorah, T. Salute to all my fallen brothers. There it is. Now I've got it. Who have went down range and didn't come back. Hoorah for that. Another Marine. You got to love. Again, as I said before, thank you to all the members of the armed services, and thank you for giving me and my family the freedoms we enjoy today. Thank you for that, Blaine. I do appreciate that. Janice says, hit the alert button, hit the like button. Remember, for every 10 likes, we get to show you a stock, unless, as we've seen recently, if you give a super chat, I definitely will pull up your stock, no matter what. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Throw that away. Of course, I missed garbage. And so I'm trying to day trade Alpha. So Jazz, we looked at that in the Jockey Club this morning. I did the Jockey Club this morning, and I'm not feeling Alpha. Wasn't feeling Alpha just quite yet. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you too, King Gracie. So, and hello to you, Deborah. So with all of that being said, what went on in the market yesterday and why we have a rebound today. Market went down. The Dow was almost down, or was down over 600 points. Ryan did a great video or a great short. It did well as far as views. If you hadn't watched it, please go take a look. Ryan's been killing it on the short videos, man. Put some hearts in the room for Ryan. He stepped into that position and found his niche in a big way, putting out the short content that he has, which was been great for the channel. And he brings a lot to the table. So I'm super appreciative personally of everything that he brings to the table. And of course, on our Wednesdays collaboration of a live stream, he does a great job. He does a great job. So, but the short content is killing it. And I wanted to shout him out myself. But that short video about the Dow being down 600 points, it was right on point. All right. So with that being said, why did the market go down yesterday? A lot of it was because of the PMI information, the purchasers managers information. It was higher than expected, which means if they're paying more money for goods, they're going to pass it on to the consumer, which means inflation is still a problem. All right. And it rose. It was a lot hotter than expected, and it weighed heavy on the market. The second thing that killed the market is the Fed pretty much said, well, not Jerome Powell himself, but many of his colleagues, or a few of his colleagues, are saying that a rate hike is not off the table. And I think that sent jitters through the market, and the market responded by a big move to the downside. Now, as you can see, as I look at the iPad, because again, on the mobile app, we do nothing in the desktop. It's all here. It's all here on this iPad that you see right here, okay? We see a rebound today. Excuse me. We see a rebound today, but not gangbusters. Not gangbusters. The biggest mover in the market today is the IXC, which is the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's up about 1%. The Dow is only up about 0.25%. The S&P is up today about 0.7, and the composite is up, 0.75% as well. So the market nicely rebounding today, but not running back up to kill it, to pick up and kill it and kill it and kill it. It's not picking up. It's not picking up to kill it. But It is a rebound day, but do we have more upside? So from the homepage of the mobile app, let's say you're out and about and you're trying to get a handle on what's going on in the market. You see that the market's up. You see our confirmed calls are still up. The DEW is still up, because a lot of people said that after yesterday's, or were questioning that after yesterday's big down day, was it time to think about going short? Well, the only main indicator that is down is the primary wave. Not only the primary wave, if we scroll down a little bit, the MTI was this morning while doing the Jockey Club below 1. Now it's back above 1. So the underlying trend of the market is still up, even though the primary wave is down. There's nothing to tell me that it's time to go short. And having this information keeps you from being knee-jerk reactionary and start thinking about, oh my gosh, it's time to sell stock short. This is the power of the program in your pocket, right here, right here. This is the power of the program in your pocket. And this is why you need to depend or utilize the mobile app when you're out and about. So somebody said that the Fed put his foot in his mouth. Your Uncle Glenn told you that last year in November. I said that I did not think that we were going to be able to get 3 rate cuts going into 2024. A lot of you didn't agree with that, and it is what it is. It is what it is. But I love that I stuck to my guns. I'm sticking to my guns, and this is why you get this kind of insight. You take with it as you deem necessary. Marie says, Glenn, you're losing too much weight fast. Worry about you. Problem is, I'm on new meds. Holy smokes. And my sugar is getting under control, by the way, since you bring that up. My sugar is coming back under control. But yeah, I am losing weight, but I'm okay. I'm all right. John says, Glenn, I'm up 92% on your VITL pick. Again, you know we love to give fish. We love to teach you how to fish, but you guys are now starting to come more on board with a lot of the fish that we're giving you between Ryan and I. I think that's what it's all about. That's what a YouTube channel is supposed to do. A YouTube channel, in my opinion, is not all about, hey, I'm going to go buy this stock, go load up on it. We put some meat behind what we say. And we do pride ourselves, outside of what everybody else does, to guide you through what's going on instead of saying, hey, hang on every word that we say and just go buy a stock blindly. You guys make your own decisions, but we present cases for you. All right, stop bragging at John Boston. Just kidding. Great job taking that position. What did you? Wow. Leave him alone, T. Listen, I'm all about hearing all your big wins. But you know something? I'll take all the losses as well, and I'll try to do a better job in trying to walk you through how to not have losses on some stocks. So yeah, I'm on a seafood diet. I see food and eat it. That's what it's all about. I see food and eat it. All right. What if a neutral, Lisa says, what if a neutral on GLB RT kicker in these cases? Action. I'm remembering, Steve. So the neutral on the green light buyer RT kicker just doesn't say, it just says do nothing. If you're using that, all you're really looking for is the GLB RT kicker either up or down. Neutral means you just hold on to your positions. You manage your positions. You make sure you have stops in place. That's it in a nutshell. No, I'm not on Ozempic. I'm on Jardiance. All right. So from the homepage, a lot of information. I think that it puts into perspective what happened yesterday, why the market responded the way that it is. And now as we look at what's going on in the market today, let's go look at the VVC. So we see the VVC at this top. All I need to do is click on that box. It brings up a graph of the VVC. There's yesterday's big down move. What candlestick pattern is forming between yesterday's move and today's move? Someone type it in the room. What candlestick pattern is going on right now between yesterday's big down move and today's move? There's a candlestick pattern known right there. Somebody type it in the room. Not a double top. Looking at that level of resistance in the market, actually it's getting, the only way to confirm a double top is when we start to break down below this level of support. That means that was truly a double top. That is, there we go. It's called a bullish harami. a bullish harami. Could that be showing that the market has more legs to go up to the upside? It could be a reversal pattern coming off of those 3 down days. It is a bullish pattern. And this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see if we can get above this 3-month high. Son of a gun. There we go. No. Where's my level? Gosh, dang it. Why can't I click on that level of resistance? I want to, there, that's level of support. But that level of resistance at the top is what I'm looking for. 3 months. I'm looking to see if, why can't I, there we go. I'm looking to see if we can get above that level of resistance. And we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days off that level, in which the high on that day was $67.14. That's what I'm looking for. If the market still has legs to the upside, I'm still looking to see if we can get above that. Any GLB1 stocks you have, Florida Dream, I did on a live stream yesterday. It was on yesterday's live stream. I've got a watch list. I've got a watch list of GLP1 stocks. Go watch yesterday's live stream towards the end, Florida Dream. I've got a new watch list of GLB1 stocks. And there's one in particular that I am particularly looking at, but you got to go watch the video. It's the live stream. Go to the live stream, but go towards the end. You'll see that watch list. And I think I might have started a portfolio with those. I'm going to see real quick. I don't remember if I did or not. Go to my portfolios. Yeah, there it is. Holy smokes, right on point. I do have a watch list. I do have a, excuse me, a portfolio of GLP-1 stocks. And let's go take a look at it. It is overall down about 0.4%. But in my estimation, I do like Eli Lilly. I do like Eli Lilly. If I go look at the graph of it, that's a great question, by the way. Look at that graph. Look at that graph. All right, that's why I like the stock in this space. Look at the earnings. Look at the graph. Look, I like that. All right, so keep your eyes on that. But that was a great question, Florida. I thought I was ahead of the curve by putting this portfolio together, and I was. Is the market expected to crash, says Mabuz? I'm not going to go out and say that. I'm not going to say that the market is expected to crash. Not yet. Yesterday's move in the market was just a move. I am not Katie barring the door. I am not throwing the bathwater out with the baby, because, Mabuz, look at our calls. Our calls are still, nothing is telling you right now to go and sell anything. All right. Deborah Ann, hold off on those stocks. I'll get as many of those as I can. The color guard is yellow. Just got on, so I buy half a position, not a financial advice, just asking because of the stock is rising. The stock is steady rising. You know something? If I go look at the VVC on a day like today, it's 1 day. 1 day doesn't make a trend, but it is an up day. So if you want to take advantage of the up day, also keep in mind that we are going into a holiday shortened week next week. Anything can happen over the weekend. If you're aggressive, could you take stocks today? Absolutely. If I'm more prudent, well, let me see the market come to me a little bit more. Let me see the market come to me a little bit more. Sold to sell Nvidia. There's nothing telling me to sell Nvidia. There's nothing that's telling me to sell Nvidia. If I go look, and I currently own NVDL. I currently own NVDL. After the gap up, I'm still a very happy individual. There's nothing that tells me to sell it. I do have a little bit of indecision going on today. But if I own it, leave it alone. I'm looking at the 3, the 8, and the 20, and the MACD. Nothing tells me to sell it. If I own it, I'm fine. Would I buy it today? Man, today's candle doesn't make me feel super warm and fuzzy about buying. You know when I would think about buying it? If it goes above this candle's high, which is at 53.56. That's on NVDL. Now, if I go look at NVIDIA itself, it's going to look a lot the same. Oops, sorry. NVDA, it's going to look a lot the same, all right? And there it is. It looks exactly the same. And I still feel the same way. I would look to see to buy above that high if I'm going to get into it. If I'm not into it yet, That shows that the stock still has legs coming off of this level of support and moving up prior to earnings. Earnings was blockbuster. Everyone like me who owns it looks are happy. All right. Ramor says 600-point downside of the Dow today is nowhere near the same as 600 points 10 years ago. The market is much higher today than it was 10 years ago. And you're right. You remember the days, and just type of one in the room. Do you remember the days where if the market went up 100 points, that was a big thing? Type of one. Do you remember the days that when the Dow went up 100 points, that was a huge day? And you're right. With today's moves, the market is so much higher, so much higher. So that 600-point move was almost like a 100-point move 10 years ago. All right. So very interesting on that. So would I sell Nvidia? Nope. Would I buy it? Yep. Once. I would consider buying it after it goes above that high. Again, the high price is at on Nvidia itself, $1,063.20. Oh, interesting. What was my profit target that I did in the video? Anybody remember what my target was? Not profit target. What my price target was on Nvidia? Type it in the room. Anybody remember, if you watched the video, anybody remember what my target was on Nvidia after earnings? Type it in the room. We're not far from it, which is a great thing, which I think not 16% gain, but there it is. Niles is right. That's the price I was looking for, $1,100. We're not that far from it. We're not that far from it. We're sitting at what? A high of 1049. We're not that far from it. 16%. I think that video, that's why the video did as well. And again, I thank you very much for watching that video. There's a lot of viewers. What is 1200? 1200 is higher than 1100. That's the only way I see that. Nvidia is splitting 10 for 1. That's going to be effective on June 7th. And they did raise their dividend. It was nominal. It was nominal, but it was a way of trying to attract more people. But I think the attraction of more people to push it up through my target price is going to be the split. More people will be able to get into the price of the stock. It's going to still be high, but more people are going to do it. Are you going to buy when it splits? I'm already in it, Jill. I already own it. I'm up on NVDL. I'm up pushing almost 30%. I'm pushing up almost 30%. So I don't need to buy anymore. I'm good. I'm good where I am. I don't need to buy anymore. Nvidia will split also. Nvidia, they announced that they're going to split and it will be effective on June 7th. All right. So great questions on stocks that you're looking at. A little bit off the beaten path that I normally go, but that's okay. So from the homepage, opening up the mobile app, you see what's going on. You see what our guidance is, not to buy stocks at this time, but for those people a little bit more aggressive that want to take advantage of today's activity, the most powerful piece of the mobile app in my estimation, outside of the market information, will always be watch list. We talked a lot about that last week, and I think going forward, we need to concentrate on your ability to create watch lists that when you're on the fly, when you're not in front of your computer, that you can always keep your eyes on to know where to go. So what I am going to do real quick, let's go look at the guidance. Remember I said market timing is the most important thing, followed by the opportunity to look at your watch lists. All right. The U.S. stock markets ended a volatile session lower as a batch of mixed economic data outweighed stellar earnings from Nvidia. In Ryan's other video was that the Fed was greater than Nvidia. Nvidia could not carry the market on its back for the day. Interesting. Am I out of Palantir? Yes, right now I am out of Palantir. But two stocks I am watching, again, is Palantir and another one that I won't mention. A lot of you already know what stock I'm talking about, but those are two stocks that are on my radar right now. So prudent investors should not buy stocks at the time, but aggressive investors and traders should play the market with a bias to the downside. But the market went up today. So those people who are more aggressive could take advantage of today. If you're more prudent to conservative, you don't take advantage of today because you don't have enough information to tell you that the market is still moving higher yet. We do have a candlestick formation that shows that there's a possibility the market could still have some more upside, but it's not confirmed yet. Decker stick behaving same as, and Decker beat earnings. Decker beat earnings as a retailer. I'm watching a lot of these retailers that are coming out. I wonder if Decker is just a precursor to other retailers coming back into the market and doing well. At what price would you buy Palantir? That's a good question. Palantir, where would I look to buy it? Well, first off, put on a 3-month graph. First off, the stock is trending down. I can't bring up the star search graph layout, but I'll give you some semblance on when to start to think about buying it. You got this level of resistance right here. Son of a gun. There it is. I got that level sitting at about $22. If I take that entry, first off, I really want to see the stock break through the downtrend from this high. That's the first thing. If I draw a line, I need to first, who asked me that question? Who just asked me that question? About the Palantir. Dag nabbit. Oh, there it is, Ravi. All right, I need to first break through the downtrend. We did have an outlier right there where the stock did break through the downtrend, but with no follow through. But right now, if I could draw a line from this high down to here, I can see that I definitely have a downtrend. I need to break out of that downtrend. That's the first thing I'm looking for. And if I can combine that with breaking through resistance, one of these resistance levels, that would be a good time to buy into Palantir. So right now, I'm not feeling it. I'm looking at the MACD down below is negative. It's trying to get a little less negative, but I'm not. It's got an up day today. That's fine. That's fine. But I need to make sure before I pull the trigger on a stock like Palantir that it's showing me some signs of moving up. And the other stock that you just asked me about was Rolls-Royce, RYCEY. Rolls-Royce, big news. I love the stock. Look at that. And it's still cheap. $5.62. This stock is freaking cheap. Look at this. VST above 1. This is a more of aggressive play because relative value, this stock should outperform a AAA corporate bond by 63%. Hey, Jake, but I'm willing to give up some safety on it. So this is more of an aggressive play, high CI. Art. I love everything you can say about the stock. It's in the aerospace and defense. Broke through a level of resistance right there. Followed through, still moving up. Look at MACD. I like this play. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I love this play. Let's go look at a ALAR alarm. That's something you guys talked about or found on this channel. We talked about it. If you own it, leave it alone. All right, big down day yesterday because of the market. A little bit of a rebound today, but look at the candles. They're just about even. If you own it, leave it alone. If you own it, leave it alone. What do you think about Alarm's performance this week? It looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 out of the 5 days the stock went up. MACD looks good. I like the play. Looking at a 3-month graph, bottom left, top right, that's exactly what you're looking for in looking for a stock like Alarm. So I like the play. Amir says, you said 15% gain. No, I didn't. I said 16% gain. I said 16% gain. So there you go. I sold the stock. What stock, Amir? Decker? Man, you guys are bringing up stocks. And then, I'm okay with that today. Decker Outdoors. They did well on earnings. There was nothing that told me to have sold it. The stock did move sideways, but stayed above this as a level of support. Stayed above it. That's fine. The 3 and the 8 were still good. The 20, big jump up today. Big jump up on MACD as well. Going into earnings, it looked good. Going into earnings, it looked good. Can you explain the split? For every 10 stocks, you get 1. So it's consolidating the stock. So if I own 10, I get 1, but the price will drop. That's a good thing. And now I've got more room to move up to the upside as the stock splits. That's the beautiful thing about a split. It allows people to get into the stock that was price prohibitive. Now more people will have the income, the money to get into the stock to trade it because it's a hot pick. Such a hot pick. I think Alarm is getting started. The beautiful thing about Alarm is that it's cheap. It is super, super cheap. All right. Rolls trading over the counter doesn't scare you. No, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of over-the-counter stocks. I am not afraid of over-the-counter stocks, but you know something? If I do get into an over-the-counter stock, I want to make sure it's got a lot of liquidity. So When I do look at an over-the-counter stock, I want more than just 100,000 shares worth of average volume. I will bump it up to 200, maybe even 500,000 shares of liquidity, of average volume. So over-the-counter stocks don't scare me if they've got liquidity. All right, one more before we keep on moving. It's going to be Ross Stores, another retail. All right, another retail stock. Let's take a look at it. Whew. So prior to earnings, I'm assuming that was earnings. Prior to earnings, I don't know if I would have been in it. First, it's sitting in the channel. 2, the 3 was below the 8. MACD was falling in that channel. I don't know if I would have held it prior to earnings. But earnings, it broke out. It's there. It broke through a level of resistance here, The stock's got some move. No wick at the top of the candle. So it's still showing me it's trading at session highs. And wow, I like the play, but you know something? I need to see more confirmation beyond just today. All right, I need to see more. That's news driven because of the earnings, I'm assuming. Actually, let's go look at the news real quick. View the stock news. Notice I clicked on the 3 dots. Takes me to the news. I'm sure Ron's stock pops on strong earnings, lower costs help. All right, so I like the play. But I still would like to see, if I'm not in it, I'd like to see more confirmation on Tuesday. Before I pull the trigger. All right, so we just looked at a lot of your stocks. I wasn't ready for it yet. Will Red Lobster be doing a 10-for-1 shrimp sale? I think they're going out of business, aren't they? Unless, did they file Chapter 11 and somebody could buy them up? I thought that they were going out of business. Somebody back me up on the Red Lobster. I thought that they were going out of business. Jazz says, what about HIMS? Are you guys watching that one too? That's in my GLP-1 list. All right. Those cheddar biscuits is what everybody loves. All right. Summer closing. Jill, all you guys, all the other stocks that you're looking for, we're going to look at them in watch lists today. We're going to look at them. We're going to build a watch list. The shrimp put them out of business. Listen, I probably put them out of business. I don't know when the last time I've been to Red Lobster. Hey, Joey, where is there a Red Lobster near us? Is there one? I think it might be in Statesville. Is there one in Concord?
Yeah, by the track.
By the trash? Oh, by the track. I haven't been to Red Lobster in like forever. Ooh, NAPCO. Is that NSSC? I think it's NAPCO. I used to work in that. Stop putting stocks in for the time being. I got you guys. They're not going out of business, says Jeff. This is Jeff Daniel. Is this my Jeff Daniel that used to work here, Joey? I don't know. All right. So again, it's Jeff Daniels. All right. So let's go to the watch list. Let's go start there. Again, I like all of the stocks that you gave me. I'm glad I was able to do it on the fly for you to give you guys some guidance on what you were looking for. Now, in my watch list, let's go see what's moving. You notice that I can always just go through and right to the right, I can see what RTs are doing. I want something. Copper stocks. Ooh, is copper still on the rise? I'm not feeling these. Look at the RTs. The VSTs. The VSTs are in the yellow, not in the green. I like copper, but I don't know if I'm liking, wow, look at that. That's Southern Copper was moving, pulled back. I wouldn't have it right now. It's below the level of support. Actually, I could have just done it this way. Let's go look at some of the other. HBM, wow, no. Copper's taking a little hit right now. Copper, even though it's got a VST above, RT above one. A lot of the copper stuff. I don't know. Maybe I need to do a story on copper because right now it was a hot space. Ooh, BHP, nice upward move today. The 3 and the 8 might be crossing. If I'm going to look at anything in copper, I might be looking at BHP rather than any of these other stocks right now. Hold on workday. I got you. Hold on workday. What other watch lists are up? I'm going to see something that's really nicely up as far as RT. 1.3 gold stocks. Ooh, and this is the power of the program in your pocket to have these watch lists built. Notice that these VSTs are in the green. Gold is still on the move. Let's go. Silver is kicking it too. Silver's, what did Uncle Glenn say in regards to his preference? I'm talking in third person. His preference in regards to which would I rather buy right now, gold or silver? Type it in the room. Which one did I say I would rather to buy? And this was like a week or two ago. Which one would I had rather to buy over the other? Anybody remember? Anybody? Nope, it wasn't both. I said one was prevalent over the other, and it was silver. It was silver because gold will look to have been overbought. Silver still had room, and it's coming out that the silver stocks are killing it, man. Wow, $6 stock. Look at that run. How about now? Copper was one of my plays as well. Copper was one of my plays, but in regards to choosing one over the other, it was more so silver over gold. It was silver over gold. And look at that. FSM. Anybody trading silver? Look at that stock. Good. Googly muggly. Harmony is a good gold stock, doing not as well as Fortuna, but is moving bottom left, top right. KGC, another gold play, bottom left, top right. Now, PAS, Pan American Silver, not doing nearly as well as Fortuna. What about frankincense and myrrh? I gotta hit that. I'm good. Here we go. FSLR up 9.6% today. Thanks, Uncle Glenn. I told you I like FSLR. GAU is still a good pick. I'm wondering, it should be in here. CDE, EGO, GDAU should be in here. Sigh. And if it's not, I'm going to add it. Gold, Newmont. How does that happen? All right, well, we're going to add stocks. How GAU is not in here? That doesn't make sense. GAU, I'm going to add it to the list. There it is. Now it's number 1 in the list, on top of even Fortuna. Why no ETF on diamonds? San Fran, how do I know? I'm not the guy that makes ETFs. I don't know why there's no ETF on diamonds. I have no idea. Can somebody give me, you're welcome, Big Ramjet. Can anybody tell me, is there an ETF on diamonds? I don't know. I've never looked. And you know, that is a commodity, right? I've never looked. I don't know. You said, why no ETF? Because I don't know. If anybody can find me an ETF on diamonds, I'll add it to my commodities list. NXT, another Glenn pick, rocking and rolling. I love that you guys show up and let us know about the picks that we've given that have made you some money. And you know why that's important? Because there's a lot of people still on the channel who are not subscribers to the channel. I invite you guys right now to hit the subscribe button to the channel. You want to get these picks before they rise? We try to do the best we can. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, check out our videos, check out our shorts. We talk about a lot of great content that you guys can take advantage of way before they move. All right, DIA, that's not the diamonds. That's not diamonds. I swear it's not diamonds. It's not. I didn't think it was. I don't know if there is one. Ryan's last video compelled me to start a position in MU. Excellent. Glenn, was the Magnificent 7 ETF you meant, what was I think it's MAGS. I think it's MAGS. Yep, there it is. That's the Magnificent 7 ETF. If you don't want to play the individual stocks, that's a great way to play the whole space. All right, it's a great way to play the whole space is MAGS. In addition, Glenn, in addition to what we have, some very funny people in VV Nation. Yes, we do. I love you guys. I love VV Nation as a community. I think you guys talk to each other, help each other, and, make the channel what it is. And I love you guys for it. I definitely love you guys. Are you in the shipping sector? You talk about the boat? I'm in ship. I'm still in ship. I'm up. I'm still up. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. What just happened? Nothing. I'll tell you right now. Again, I only own, I think, 3 or 4 stocks right now. I'll tell you what they are. Why is this here? Let me minimize that. All right. I only own 4 stocks, 3 or 4. What am I in? I got rid of my oil. So I'm only in 3 stocks. Ship, I'm up 25%. Nvidia, NVDL, I'm up 27%. And I'm still in Amazon since earnings. AMZU, I'm only up 2.25%. All right. So I always feel compelled to let you know what stocks I am currently trading, since we talk about so many stocks on the channel. I never want you guys to ever think I'm pumping any stock that I own. So I'm very transparent in the stocks that I track, being that I'm on YouTube as much as I am. All right. Too late to play shipping? You know what I want? I don't know if I can do it. I wonder what I'm looking for. Views. Let me see something. No. Overview. Views. It's a good question. What we need, I think, is some way of seeing what industries are moving on the mobile app. Why don't I know that? I don't think we can. I would like hot industries, but it's only the top 5. It's only the top 5. If we go look at stock pick ideas and we look at hot industries, there's only 5. Now, if shipping is not in the top 5, then I can't see it. That's the problem. I was trying to think about a way that we can see all of the industries, but I don't know if that can be done. Remember, this is an application, not the actual software. What is the view on the corn ETF? I'll take a look at that if we can. Depends on how many likes we got. Remember, for every 10 likes, we look at a stock. For every 10 likes, we look at a stock. So depending on how many likes we get, we'll see if we can get corn into the list. My tip rank says Zim dividend is 97%. I use tip ranks, Jazz. The thing about the dividend on Zim is that because it's an Israeli company, it gets taxed like the dickens. I only took advantage of Zim's dividends once. That's it. And I was like, man, I'm not doing that. Tabula says, but you have several different portfolios, Glenn. Yeah, I got several different portfolios, but that wasn't what I was talking about in regards to industries. Not, from that perspective. You have a transportation in hot industries there. Yeah, oh, there we go. My fault. I didn't realize it was number 2. Is it too late? The answer to that is no. I think that, thank you for that. Because I'm just going 1,000 miles a minute. Normally, I didn't think the transportation ship was in the top 5. My fault. That was all my fault. All right, but transportation ship, do I think that it's too late to get into it? The answer to that is no. I think that it's an industry that's rocking, and I think that if we keep looking at, there's LPG, TK, look at them. So is it too late to get into shipping? Look at, if the industry is number 2, that's because the stocks within the industry, that's my stock, of course. Yay, looks the worst out of them, but I'm still okay. I'm still up in it. I got in early enough that I've got cushion to play with. But if you look at the majority of these stocks in here, they all exhibit, and the ones that don't, wow, there's Zim. The ones that don't, those are the ones you stay away from. Stay close to the ones that are doing exactly what you, wow, GSL, that's another tip. That's another fish your Uncle Glenn gave you, right? GSL, I'll look at that. That is a strong freaking play. That is a strong play. Look at that. $28 stock. I like ship, but GSL, I found this in one of the live streams. I don't know if it was Monday or Thursday's live stream. I like that. All right. So a lot of the shipping companies, I'm going to say it's not too late to get into them when the majority of the stocks. And what I do as I look at these, wow, there's another one. As I look at these, I play the strongest one. So who asked me about that? Whoever asked me about that, there's your answer. Shipping will hurt because of Iran and Somalia and Oman. Not, something, I thought that they would, but they haven't. I thought that they would, especially because a lot of people are not sailing through the Dead Sea. So what I think is happening, the Red Sea, I think what's happening is because it's taking longer for shipping to get around, the demand is high, these companies are charging more money. That's what's driving them higher. That's what I think is driving them higher. T says up over 100% on your GSL option. Way to go. Way to go. All right. So we're going to stick with the watch list. Give me a watch list. Let's go back. Stock pick. That's not what I wanted. Let's go my watch list and continue to go through your watch list. Everybody in here should have watch lists in your mobile app that you can always scroll through and find out which watch lists are rocking and rolling. Magnificent 7 ETFs. That's the ETFs for all of them, not the stocks. I like this one. It's a little cheaper way of playing the Magnificent 7. Nvidia, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon, and Facebook, all ETFs. All ETFs. How many of you created this watch list? You know what I would put in here too? Just to be, how about we're going to add MAGS? How about we're going to add MAGS? How many of you found this useful? Type of 1 in the room. If you already hadn't had this watch list, how many of you found this useful? Type of 1 in the room. I think that this is a great way to stay on top of a hot space without having to outlay nearly as much money, because these are the ETFs, so you can get into them, $52, $44, $21. A lot less expensive way to trade the Magnificent 7 stocks. And then the one ultimate way, $41.56 to trade them all in the MAGS right there. All right. So with that being said, what time is it? 12:41. All right. So again, I wanted to emphasize the power of the program in your pocket by looking at watch lists. And I think going forward, we're going to spend a lot of time. I'm going to spend a lot of time drilling that into you guys, that watch lists are going to be key on your mobile app. All right. If you're not doing it yet, create a watch list of your current stocks so that they can be in the mobile app. Create stocks that you hear from everybody. Put them into a list called hot stocks. Watch them. And on any given day, you can see which ones of those stocks are moving. You don't have to be tethered to your computer in order to do this. And as a matter of fact, it's best when you're out and about in and of itself. All right. Joey, how many likes do we have? Let's go to, it doesn't show me. 84. I'm going to give you 9 stocks. I'm going to give you 9 stocks. All right. So now I'm looking for the stocks. A and F. All right. That's why I told you not to put them in before. A and F. I'm going to give you 9 stocks. CLS. AEYE. AEYE. MU. Let me go back through the chat. Make sure I'm putting these in order. Holy smokes. Stop moving, chat. No big ROMs yet. I'm only going to take your first one. I'm trying to give people an opportunity to put stocks in. Okay. CMG. I don't know who pays all that money. First Solar is a stock I really like. FSLR. NSCC. Oops. That's not NAPCO, is it? It is NAPCO. I used to work in that space. I used to be a salesman in the Bergen fire alarm industry. Reddit. RDDT. Keep going down the list. VRT. How many stocks is that? 1, 2. That's 10 stocks. Go back to the likes again, Joey. Sorry. I'll give you 10. That's 10 stocks. Here's your 10 stocks. Again, have a little skin in the game for me to go watch your stocks. So there we go. Those are the 10 that I have. Let's create that watch list. And let's go to the date 5/24/24. Customer picks. Okay. Now, I don't think I want to put stocks into your all's portfolio yet. After yesterday's pullback, today's rebound, I do want to wait for confirmation in the move of the market before I start putting more stocks into your portfolio. But we will take a look and see what your portfolio. No, I didn't skip LPG. I went down the list. CMG and where's it at? Let's go back up. 1, 2, LPG. You're right. No, you're not right. No, NRG. You might have been right. All right. I will add LPG. I was looking through. Yeah, I'll add that. I'll add LPG. Okay. Or did I? No, that was after the fact. Wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. 5, 6. ENPH should have been in there too. Holy smokes. Did I miss some? I did. Sorry. Chat was moving. ENPH. SFM. Just trying to keep up with the chat. First saw Walmart. All right. That's it. Did I give you enough? Probably gave you 15 now. I put FSM. I put that in there. All right. Here we go. All right. Here we go. I put LPG in there. I didn't put Jake. Nope. You did skip a bunch, but listen, I was trying to keep up with the chat. Why don't you take them in the order they appear? I don't cherry pick, Ravi. That's why I went back through the chat to see if I did skip them. I took them in order. That's what I did. I took them in order. And I noticed that LPG, I saw that a few stocks were in there that I did miss. That's why they're in there. I don't cherry pick. I don't cherry pick. All right. But I thank you. C Drive says you skipped a bunch, but it's okay. Thank you for some grace. Thank you for some grace. I appreciate it. So again, we're going to take a look at your portfolio, but I'm not going to add any new stocks to the portfolio until I see that the market's showing me some more confidence that it is moving higher. All right, let's go look at your stocks. Oof. First Solar I like. It does scare me. It does scare me that it is moving parabolic. I am watching the MACD. I'm watching the graph. I'm watching the 3, the 8, and the 20. They all look great, but it does. So I'm not going to, actually, I'm going to show you something. If I'm looking at First Solar, I'm looking at First Solar. I'm going to set an alert for you. I'm going to sell a sell alert. All right, create a new alert down here. You own it right about here. That's about a 25% move though. I don't think I want that. Let's give us at least about a 15% move to the downside, which would be about 229. I'm going to set, that's when the alert cross, and this shows me alert when price crosses below that level. Everybody see that? Yes or no? Everybody see that? Yes or no? So this will protect me in some essence from a parabolic move. All right. And I'm going to go create. So I got a sell price. I got a sell price on this stock about 229.97 as a way, if you're in it and you got profit, it gives you a good opportunity to save some profit. So I think from a management perspective, and it's almost midway through this big candle. See that? It's almost midway through this big candle. I like that. I like that as a good start. So I'm going to create that. Now I've got that alert set. All right, let's go to the next stock. Next, wow, CLS looks great. CLS, I'm going to do the same thing. Let's go set up a sell alert right about here. That's a good level. That's 12%. I'll take that. Oh, I'm going to take that gap. See that gap? I'm going to take that gap. That's sitting at about $50.64 if you own CLS. I like that to manage that trade. I'm going to create an alert. All right, let's go to the next one. This is the power of the program in your pocket. If you're already in it, I'm walking you through how to buy it. Now, you're asking me, would I buy the stock? Well, you know something? Let's go on the other side of it. Let's go on the other side of the fence. Let's go create another alert. Let's give 1%, 1.5%. There we go. On CLS to buy, there you go. Who asked me that? Stacy. I think that's a great way. So I can use the alerts both as a buy and a sell. Deborah says you did. I did what? Miss me, but okay. Did I really? Again, listen, you too, Ravi. Again, the chat came in and I was just trying to keep up on the chat. I apologize. I do. But I still gave you about 15 stocks nonetheless. So I like this as a possibility. Let's go create. Now I've got a buy and a sell alert. All right, and I can do the same thing with First Solar. I'm not going to do that on First Solar. I think right now it's kind of parabolic, so I'm not going to tell you to go buy it now. LPG, let's go to VRT. Good gravy. Look at that graph. Now, notice that we're getting another buying opportunity because MACD went from negative to positive, and the MACD moving average crossovers just went positive. This this is a stock that we've already talked about on more than one occasion. But let's say you're in it. All right, let's say you're already in it. Let's manage it. Let's go set an alert to manage it. Man, I only got, see that gap right there? I would say that gap, but it's too close. See the gap right here? That's a good sell price, about 14.5%, $92.58 as a way to get out of. It's nice open graph today, open candle. Deleted active crosses below. Okay, that's fine. All right, that's a good looking equity curve. Abercrombie and Fitch, I like that. Oof. Let's set an alert there. And I'm going to set a buy alert there. I'm not in it. I love the move from this level of support all the way up. Nice move. Let's do about a 1.5% move. 152.65 would be my buy-in price. Go create it. All right, let's go to, we just looked at Abercrombie. NAPCO. NAPCO, let's go create. I'm loving the equity curves. I'm loving the earnings. Let's go about 1.5%. And if 1.5 is too much for you, break it down a little further. I'm going to about a 1.5. Leave it there. I got a buy-in price of $51.41. Tom says, thanks for VRT. I've had it for 2 days, up over 8%. Excellent. Troy says, maybe Glenn needs to change to LLY coffee. Did I show you somebody, a customer sent me, Mark Norton normally sends me all my Cafe Bustelo. But Dan, I don't know if Dan is here. He was here yesterday. But Dan sent me a case of Cafe Bustelo Colombia. Sent me a case of it, which I love. I love. Glenn, are you going to buy Abercrombie and Fitch before earnings? Let's go take a look. Do I like it before earnings? Fundamentally sound. RT above 1. There's the earnings. Where's the growth? There's the earnings growth, 34%. What is the sales growth? Earnings growth. Where's sales growth? Earnings growth rate. I love the earnings growth rate. Where's my sales growth? Sales. I see sales, but really? That doesn't make sense. Do we not have sales growth? That doesn't make sense. Earnings growth. There it is. Sales growth, 21%. I see it. I would, if I'm going to try to hold a stock through earnings, I would really like to see the sales growth outpacing the earnings growth. But don't get me wrong, the earnings growth is great. Fundamentally sound. I think that now what is this? This is retail. It's so far, it seems like retail stocks are beating. So I would think that Abercrombie probably will beat on earnings. I don't know what the revenues look like. I have to do a little bit of research before I would say I would hold it prior to earnings or buy it prior to earnings. And that's, I gotta look at that. I gotta look at that, and I don't know that off the top of my head. But I think fundamentally speaking, it should be earnings. I don't know about revenues. Sales is there. The sales growth is not outpacing the earnings growth. So that's what I'm looking. Sales growth is 21%. Yeah, I found it. Thank you. Thank you guys for trying to help a brother out. I appreciate it. So Jazz, that's my answer to the question. I don't know. NAPCO we looked at. Amazon we did not look at. Amazon was a hot play. 3-month graph. Amazon was a hot play. It's closing in right to that level of support. Let's see if that level of support will hold. Overall, it's in a channel between that level of support and that level of resistance up here. I'd really like to see if it can stay in that channel before it and show me that it can go back up. All right, let's go back to MU. That was one of Ryan's picks in yesterday's video. Fundamentally sound, relative value, relative safety above 1. Earnings growth at 22%, sales growth. Now that I like. Sales growth is definitely outpacing earnings growth. I think that stock's got some good upside. It is overvalued, but a lot of stocks in this space are overvalued. Let's go see. I'm going to put in a buy order. Yesterday was a down day, which makes sense. I'm going to go about 1.5%. I'm going to create a buy order on that. Ryan was high on that stock. I think that he's not mistaken. Bottom left, top right, earnings starting to go track back up higher again. Might not be a bad play. SFM, love that stock. It's beautiful. Rising stock, rising earnings, fundamentally sound. Earnings growth, 15%, sales growth, 9%. They're close, but I like that stock. I cannot lie. Oh, Sprout Farmers, this is about food, about growing food and stuff. I think that that's also a nice hot space. I'm late with CSIQ. I'm not in, I need to, hi Nat, by the way. I need to consider getting into First Solar. I like that play. It's still cheap. I told you about it a couple of days ago. A few of you have made some money on it. I do like that play. CSIQ is not a bad play as well. But SFM, I do like. I do like. Goodness gracious. Golly gee willikers. 8 now. Big move on that. I understand why people are asking me about it. Big move on that. I need the stock to go above that level of resistance. The high there is 22.21. That's what oh no, that's not the high. The high is 25.59. Sorry. I need it. I like the bottom left to top right. Right? Don't get me. I like the bottom left to top right. After 3 days going down, big up day, let it show me something. Let it show me something. Let it show me that it's got more legs to the upside. All right. So if I'm in it, I'm not sure why you would have been in it, but if I'm in it, I'm getting a reprieve today and I'm happy. I apologize for all of this gurgling in my throat. The hell I know what that is. I don't know. All right. So nice upward day for those of you who are aggressive. That's a good day trade play. Of course, now I'm going to have the hiccups while I'm live on a live stream. It's going to be great. What do you look for in FSLR with it being so parabolic? It's news driven. I did a story on live stream yesterday about an alternative to electricity. Well, I got water. Alternative to electricity. The electricity grid is going to be affected by all the AI technology and machines. So that's what I think is moving First Solar. That's what I think is moving it. Again, up day today, but not showing me enough to think that I want to jump on it long term. An aggressive play today, if you want to play it, it's trading right at session highs. Walmart, I think Ryan and I both like Walmart. It's the biggest retailer, brick and mortar. But notice the candles on Walmart getting smaller. It's telling me that maybe the news after earnings, the news is wearing off a little bit. The stock is getting a little tired. I'd be careful with Walmart. If I'm going to play Walmart, if I'm already in it, let me help you out. Let me set you a sell alert. Let me set you a sell alert right at the gap. All right. It's only a 3.63% move. It's up to you. You can either take that or take the last swing high before it jumped, which would be about $61.62, whichever you want to get into to manage the trade. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put the 61.62. All right. CMG, the most expensive burrito in the world, $3,100 for a stock, for a share of Drink some scotch. Yeah, I like that. Joey, you got some scotch? You can hook a brother up with some scotch. I need it. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. Yeah, it's leveling out right at that level of resistance. Right at that level of resistance. I'd be careful with CMG. I'd give it down to this level of support, though, if you own it. I'd give you down to that, about $3,000. There you go. CLS has been excellent. It's been a great stock. Drink cold water, pull on your tongue, breathe in a paper bag, press on your eyes, hold your breath. All choices help to. All right, let me press on my eyes. Who the hell is pressing on their eyes? If it works, Janice, though, I'm going to give you all the props in the world. If it works, I'm giving you all the props in the world. I ain't never heard of pressing on your eyes, ever. Ever. All right. Wow, ENPH. I know, that was kind of entertaining. That was, if nothing else. How many of you laughed? How many of you laughed as you watched Janice tell me to go press on my eyes and I did it? Just type a 1 in the room. Holy smokes, I did it. ENPH, I think it's going to be a stock to keep your eyes on. It's going to be a stock to keep your eyes on going into hurricane season. But the stock is going all over the place. I'm not sure I want to jump on board. I don't know if I want to jump on board with it yet. The stock is super volatile. Jake said he was scared. The stock is super volatile. I'm not sure I want to jump on it yet, but I do want you guys to keep this stock on your radar. Given the hurricane season is coming, Greg says you should sell tickets. Man, that'd be great. EMPH, I wouldn't take it. Reddit only moved because Fashion Kitty, what's that boy name? Purring Cat, whatever. He moved the meme stocks. All right, and I know I'm not hiccuping right now. It sounds like it does work. Roaring Kitty, thank you, Pennywise. I'm not a fan. Keith Gill is his real name. Thank you. I'm not a fan of meme stocks, never have been. But there was some opportunities to make some money from this point up to that level of resistance. And now we go back into the regular meme world. Roaring Joey. Wow. There you go. Roaring Joey. That's going to be the next one. Jake says, Janice saved the day. I can't believe I pushed on my freaking eyes and I stopped hiccuping. Who knew? Reddit, I'm not a fan of. A little bit of a rebound day today, but notice the 3 and the 8 have crossed to the downside. It's still above the 20. MACD went negative. I'm not a fan of it. Not at all. Not a fan of it. And that's the last stock. It's the last stock. And look at that. I'm only 2 minutes over. Joey can't complain but so much, but he will. He complains about everything. $10 to Janice for getting Glenn to do that there. Actually, it worked, though. I stopped hiccuping. That was weird. Janet, was that real? That you knew that? Because I've never heard of that. But it's interesting that I did stop hiccuping. Who knew? All right. Entertainment value and informational. Entertainment value and informational. Holy smokes, that only happens here on VV Nation. All right, that only happens here on VV Nation. AB says, thank you so much, Glenn. Have a great holiday weekend. You too, AB. Janice, you're not old. Janice, you're young at heart. That's what counts. There you go. So, folks, thank you for being here today. All right, thank you guys for being here today. Hopefully, if this was your first time here, you found this useful as a mobile app coaching to give you some insights on how to use the mobile app while you're out and about without having to be tethered to your computer. All right, so Constantino, thank you for that as well. So Deborah says it works. It also works if you put half of a lemon or a slice of a lemon and rub it across your forehead. I'm not doing that. It was bad enough. It was bad enough that I tried to push my eyes to the back of my brain. It was bad enough I did that. Andrew says, I just signed up for the free trial. There you go, Andrew. I love you guys who are seeing the benefit of utilizing the mobile app for your benefit. All right. With that being said, have a happy Memorial Day. Hold the glass up for somebody you know in regards to giving their lives for the country this weekend. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Odabu, Bom dia, Salam, Shalom, Namaste, Yasu. Have a great weekend, folks. Till the next time.